Zaina, a 48-hour ceasefire due to expire Monday. Have the NTC fighters resumed their offensive?
Well, the offensive began a few hours ago. There's really a heavy exchange of fire. Fighters loyal to the Transitional National Council, they're pushing south into the city center, and I'm not sure if you can actually hear the thuds of explosions. There is a perimeter wall around Sirte. They've breached that wall, and they're trying to push into the city center. And as you can see behind me, are vehicles of the International Committee of the Red Cross. They managed to bring in some medical supplies. They weren't able to reach the hospital, the Ibn Sina hospital, because that's where the fighting is taking place as we speak. They dropped off the supplies to some doctors, they told us, doctors who work in Ibn Sina hospital, and they evacuated a nurse. The nurse was not in the hospital at the time. They're telling us she's a foreign national. They won't tell us her nationality at the moment. So they managed to get some humanitarian supplies in, but fierce clashes underway as NTC fighters try to push inside the city center of Sirte.
Zaina, how dire is the humanitarian situation there in Sirte?
Well, according to the ICRC, the situation is dire. People are dying simply because there aren't any medical equipment, no oxygen in the hospital. They don't have enough medical staff in the hospital. But according to fighters here, they told us early this morning what they want from the ICRC really is to evacuate wounded civilians. They were quite unhappy with the mission of the ICRC this morning. What they told us was they should go in and evacuate civilians who have been wounded, opponents of Gaddafi, who according to the fighters here, are not receiving any medical treatment. They also want the ICRC to look for missing men who were fighting alongside the NTC fighters and are believed to be holed up inside a prison in Sirte. According to the ICRC, their immediate concern now is to bring in supplies. Many families, thousands of people really have escaped from the city over recent days, and what they tell you is that we can't find food in shops, we can't find water, there's no fuel, no electricity, so the situation is quite dire. Now, NTC fighters are quite confident that it's only a matter of days before they take over Sirte. A few hours ago, they took control of Abu Hadi, a very strategic area, just 5 kilometers from the outskirts of Sirte, Gaddafi's hometown, really, and where his army had a number of military barracks. Even Hadi Gaddafi had a military barracks there. That area is now under the control of the NTC, and they're hoping now that they have the Sirte City Centre surrounded, it's just a matter of time before all the forces push into the city centre.
Zaina, thank you. Zaina Huda there, live for us from Abu Hadi, just outside Sirte, where the battle for Gaddafi's hometown continues.